Are you tired of your experience gains looking like this? Do you wish that possibly they could look more like this? Well, don't you worry, that's no editing magic. They can. Stay tuned and look into my complete experience guide and learn everything you need to know about maxing out your experience gains in Digimon Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. So first, let's talk about the beginning of the game, where you don't have everything and you're just starting off on your Digimon adventure. You'll be presented with 3 choices. Now, in the first game, Cyber Sleuth, there is a very important Digimon to keep in mind here, Hagurumon. Why is he important? Well, he has the ability to immediately go into Platinum Sukamon, which is the very first Digimon that you will probably be able to get access to that will double, that's right, double your experience gains. This means that even in the beginning of the game, you will be leveling up twice as quickly as you would otherwise be doing. And in Hacker's Memory, there is no Digimon that will immediately lead into any of the experience gaining Digimon. So choose whichever one you think fits your playstyle and the one you like the best. Now, Platinum Sukamon is not the only early game Digimon that you can be looking in order to obtain. There is another Digimon that will also increase experience gains, though not by as much, Sistermon Blanc. She will increase your experience gains by roughly 25% instead of doubling. She can be obtained by finding a Poyomon just anywhere early on in the game, creating a Tokomon, and then going to Sistermon Blanc. Though do bear in mind she requires 50 cam in order to create, so you may have to feed her in the farm or take a little time in battles in order to achieve her. Now, as for other early game tips that I have for you, most of what this video will cover the end game. It will cover the large amounts of experience you can gain in the end, as I showed you at the beginning of the video. So if you're looking for early game tips, you want to start working on your farm as fairly soon as possible in order to set everything up, which we'll be going over shortly in the next section. But if you are looking to gather experience, you will need to go to wherever you can find a main case. These Digimon will always be slightly higher level than anything else you'll find in the regular battles that you will find in optional ones or just wandering around in Kowloon. So main cases are your friends. You may want to spend some time there and just run around. So do bear in mind, the memory system of this game will keep you from getting too crazy in your Digivolutions early on. So you may be able to gain levels and have a little bit of fun, but the memory will cap you until you reach the endgame strategies. So, after you have a couple of Digimon and you're getting a little bit of extra experience, how do you really start to break everything open? Well, that's where the next part comes in. In the endgame, what you will mostly be looking to obtain are the Tactician USBs. These are an amazing item in the game that will allow you to gain double experience, just like a Platinum Sukamon, except any of these effects stack. That's right. So when you have 9 of these Tactician USBs, and you have 3 Digimon that will give you additional experience. Let's do some quick math. Times 2, times 4, times 8, times 16, all the way up to over 4,000 times experience. Remember that clip I showed you at the beginning of the video? That was real. That's how you get experience that high. So, how do we get there? Let's start by teaching you how best in order to get these Tactician USBs in order to make any Digimon a good Digimon for grinding. So a Tactician USB is largely gathered from the farm. You can get a guaranteed Tactician USB at the very end of the game in both games. You can find one in Cyber Sleuth in Chapter 19 here in Shinjuku from Victory Ushida. Or in Hacker's Memory, you can find one here in Odaiba Bay in Chapter 17. Note these are very late in the game, So while they may help, they are not your primary source of where you want to be relying on to get your Tactician USBs. In order to begin setting up your farm, you will want to be able to have a farm that can have all 5 slots open. You'll find farm development kits and farm expansion plugins all around the world in chests, and in some cases, so make sure you're on the lookout for one of these. Once you have all 5 places unlocked, you'll be able to put 5 farm goods onto your farm. The ones that will improve the quality of your researches are the developer know-hows. You will require at least 2 of these developer know-hows in order to be able to even get a researcher or a Tactician USB. You will be able to find these developer know-hows here in the Digilab. You will be able to find the developer know-hows here in the Digilab, where you can buy them from the shop here. Just scroll down and you'll find them here, and you can buy them. You will not find these anywhere else in the game. So you will have to save up the money to buy these. In the beginning, they will be a little expensive for you, but don't worry. You'll be able to roll in the yen fairly quick. Forgive me if I ever say bits in this video. Every Digimon game, the currency is bits. This one's yen. Oops. So, once you have your 5 developer know-hows, it's time to start populating your farm. Every Digimon has a personality type that you will create. So in the 10 Digimon that you want to put on your farm, you want to be able to make them all into builders. Because builders are the ones that affect research and development. Once you create a new Digimon, it will be given a random personality. In order to change this personality, you will have to go and find a development patch, which you can find starting all the way in Chapter 2, very early on in the game, here in the Eden entrance area. This will change a Digimon's personality from whatever it is to Builder. If for some reason you do not want to spend the small amount of yen it requires to obtain a development patch, there is another way. If you create a Digimon and it does not have the Builder type, you can save right before you create that Digimon and then reload the game if you don't get Builder. You can do this over and over again, and it will change the RNG of what the personality that the Digimon has. Sometimes you'll get lucky, sometimes you won't. The development patches aren't that expensive, so unless you're really stingy, I really just recommend going ahead and buying the patches. So, once you have your farm all set up, it should look like this. 10 Digimon, all with a Builder personality, and 5 developer know-hows ready to go. You will find now that when you do any developments here on this farm, they will only take 20 minutes. That's what the number of builders is for, is to reduce the amount of time that it takes. And do bear in mind, when you are doing this development, the Tactician USBs only drop from the 1,000 yen development level. Not 100, and not the top one of 10,000, 1,000. Which always is very strange that the best item in the game that you can pretty much get is from the middle tier, not the top. But hey, it's cheaper for us, so I'll take it. So now, creating your Digimon that will be doing this farming. As you can see from some of my footage, and many footage that you may see around, people use triple platinum Numamons in order to get all of this experience. So, how do you prepare these platinum Numamons? I mean, in general, they're strong enough. They are megas, so that you can fairly easily use them. They have maxed out defense, so they're very tanky, except to magical attacks. So what I recommend is that you spend all of their training in order to get them as much intelligence as possible, which is by doing a training order with a brainy leader, and them being brainy will max out your intelligence gains, so that it shores up their one weakness. Also, when you are looking along the lines, there's a couple of interesting things about the Platinum Numamon line. The first thing is that Gold Numamon is a champion that can jump past Ultimate straight to Platinum Numamon. You can use this to your advantage if you want to get there more quickly when you're Digivolving and de-Digivolving to get the ABI in order to become Platinum Numamon. But also a very good Digimon along the line to grab along the way is Vetamon, because he will give you Nightmare 3, which is a very powerful magic attack. If you are going along this line of maxing out their intelligence, this ability will serve you well in farming. Plus, Vetamon and also Platinum Sukamon will give you character reversal, which will help you in dealing with any vaccine types that you may come across while you are grinding. When farming for your Tactician USBs, you will find that the timer goes down slowly, minute by minute. You can watch it when you look in the Digifarm. When it gets close to about 2 minutes, I would recommend saving, because you can just wait for the Tactician USB randomly to come to you. But there's a way you can trick it a little better in your favor. Once you have everything in place, save at the 2-minute mark, and then just slowly save every few seconds as you watch the timer go down closer and closer to 1 minute. Be very careful when you are doing this, because you do not want to save when the development finishes. You do not want to save after it. You need to save before it so that you can manipulate the RNG. Because as soon as you save past it, you're out of luck. You have to try again. So, and do remember that the message cannot appear while you have a menu open. So you can't even use that to quickly save and judge it. It only will pop up if you are in the main world. But as soon as the pop-up opens, you can check what you've got. If you don't like it, restart the game. And try again. And again. And again. And again. The time I tried to do it here for this video, it took me 23 tries in order to get a Tactician USB. Usually, I tend to get them a little faster. But sometimes you get unlucky. Or you can just do this over the course of the game as you move through, and you will eventually get a few of them. But in order to get all 9 Tactician USBs you need, you do get 2 every time. But to get all 9 of them, generally you'll need to do a little bit of this in order to ensure that you receive them all. And once you have your team fully ready, just go into your attachments, make sure all 3 of your Platinum Numamon have each 3 Tactician USBs, and then it's only a matter of where do you go. In the Cyber Sleuth, where I go to farm XP, is the Metropolitan Building, floors 31 through 34, because here you can find triple mega teams that you can fight, and this is the best experience that I have found in this game, where you can truly break Digimon and max out their level in no time at all. In Hacker's Memory, I have not found anywhere that's quite as good as I have found in Cyber Sleuth. Under Kowloon level 5 is the best that I have found because it has a Mega and 2 Ultimates in the team here. Though do keep in mind that I don't know if it's just my luck, but I have found that in the first 2 screens, the Megas do not appear as often. To get this battle, you need to go into the 3rd room, and it should appear more often. I do not have any official stats on this, but that is my personal experience. And there you have it. You have your 3 Platinum Numamon, your 9 Tactician USBs, and everything you need in order to break the experience and get every Digimon you want up to 200 ABI and ready to go. Thank you all for listening to my guide. I hope it was informative and helpful. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Digimon content to help you on your journey. And until the next one, keep staying awesome, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.